about risk. So one of the themes I think is really important is risk. The more you can reduce risk, the greater your chances are for most things. You can get a loan at a lower rate if there's less risk. You get investors who are more interested if there's less risk, and you don't have to give us up as much. Additionally, when it comes to food, if someone can try something where there's less risk, such as a demo where they're tasting something for free, and then they're comparing it after they taste it because they like it to the price, there's a value perception that sort of happens without them even realizing it, where they taste it, they like it, they sort of maybe even subconsciously are saying what the price is, and then they're saying it's worth it, and they purchase it. And by having given them the taste, what happens is they're able to then buy something that maybe they wouldn't have bought otherwise. Because you've stopped them, you've gotten awareness, they're looking, they pick it up, and they're getting trial because they're tasting it, and then they're saying, yes, it's worth it. Whereas if it had just been somewhere else, they may not even have seen it. Do you see what I'm saying? So be able to reduce risk. So going small, what happens when you go small is, in a sense, it's like those calories of the piece of cake that, on the side of the plate, there's no calories. When you go small, you don't feel as guilty. So for example, I remember when the little mini muffins came out, I normally wouldn't buy a muffin. Muffins today are so big, and they're really caloric, and so forth. But those little mini muffins, what happens? There's an emotional connection. They're cute, right? They're these little tiny things. There's flavors that you might not normally even taste normally, like, what were they? They were like lemon poppy seed, or cranberry, blueberry. Those were like the three major flavors for the little mini muffins when they came out. And what happens is, while my behavior would normally be that I wouldn't eat a muffin, like a big muffin, all of a sudden these three little ones, I want to try each of them. And that taps into that dim sum, mesas, antipasta, and antipotos, and so forth, where you're tasting little things, because it's allowing you to sample. And sampling is something that's really great when it comes to food marketing.